Hello there, it's Andy Parks from the Washington Times, and the wacky news of the week is coming your way after this. You know, as a listener to my podcast, you qualify to receive a 50% discount on an annual digital subscription to the Washington Times. That's right, go to washingtontimes.com/Andy. That's washingtontimes.com/ANDY. All right, where do we begin this week? How about the left-wing media destroying itself? Go no further than CNN, where Jeff Zucker got caught up in the sexual harassment net. He's gone, but not before news anchor Allison Camerata on the air forgave him immediately. Also on his side, Don Lemon, who paid tribute to Zucker and at the same time beat up on ousted former best friend Chris Cuomo for, are you ready for this? Breaking journalistic standards. What? Journalistic standards at CNN? That could be the line of the week. It was indeed laugh out loud funny. Across the street at MSNBC, the pressure on Rachel Maddow to carry the network finally got to her emotionally. She's taking off till April to work on other projects, like a movie with Lorne Michaels and Ben Stiller. Sure sounds like fun to me. How about you? Her move's a killer for MSNBC because she's the only personality, or lack thereof, at the network who garners an audience of over 2 million viewers nightly. Maddow has also said this wouldn't be the first time she takes leave, and it appears she's slowly working to leave the show altogether. From the Rules for Thee, but Not for Me photo collection this week comes the clear-cut winner, Georgia Governor wannabe Stacey Abrams. The photo has now been taken down from the campaign website. It shows Abrams sitting in front of a large classroom of masked students and a maskless Stacey Abrams smiling right in the middle of them. Nothing like practicing what you preach, huh, Stacey? Shame on you. Another gem from this week, a maskless Barack Obama talking with masked construction workers at his new mansion in Hawaii. Great shot, Barack. Also falling into the Rules for Thee, Not for Me category comes this. Dictator and Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi spent $500,000+ on private jets while lecturing us on having a moral obligation to reduce emissions. Really, the nerve of some people. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot made the news again. This week, she blamed the 50% increase in carjackings on the schools not reopening. The teachers' union and Lightfoot have been fighting, with the union wanting the schools to remain in virtual mode. You ever notice with Lightfoot it's never her fault? Typical liberal. How about the soft-on-crime people in these major cities? There is a pretty simple fix, you know. Take the cuffs off the cops and put them on the criminals. By now you've heard about the Canadian truck convoy made up of drivers that don't want to be forced under a new mandate to get vaccines to run back and forth to the U.S. At one point, the convoy was 43 miles long, prompting Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to speak out against the truckers and say they'd be punished, and then he immediately went into hiding. Now the busiest entry-exit point between Canada and the U.S., Dearborn, Michigan, is blocked off by over 1,000 trucks. You talk about disrupting the supply chain. And now truckers in other countries around the world are doing the same thing. Look for the mandates to go away sooner than later. New York City Mayor Eric Adams had to go before the TV cameras to explain that he on occasion will have fish, even though he says he's a vegan. A New York reporter ratted him out after seeing the mayor eating the fish at a restaurant. At this mini press briefing, the mayor declared all public schools would be going meatless on Fridays. He then implored the people of New York to eat plant-based dinners for their own good. You could almost hear those in the meat packing, distribution, butcher shop, street vending, or New York's fine restaurant businesses cry out, "Why are you doing this to us?" I'll tell you why. It's all about power over people with Democrats. They want to control you. You know, in a city that has massive crime, lower numbers of cops, and morale is low, a district attorney that doesn't want to prosecute many who commit crimes, perhaps he should just stay away from New Yorkers' eating habits. Go sit in the corner and eat a pine tree, Your Honor. You'd be doing us all a favor. And finally today, if there's one story that sums up the deterioration of America, it's this one. Several cities have opened drug injection sites to make your high a safe one. Yes, you bring your own drugs, and they have the means to inject it for you. Oh, and for crack users, pipes are available. The Biden Department of Justice is now weighing these injection centers nationwide. What's wrong with these people? Have you seen cities like San Francisco, their outside drug markets? Homeless drug addicts everywhere, drug sales in broad daylight, and now free injections and pipes? Where's the incentive to ever change your life? This could be the dumbest move I've ever seen. But then again, it does come from the dumbest political class ever, the modern-day Democrat. Thanks for joining me today, and remember to receive a 50% discount on an annual digital subscription to the Washington Times. Go to washingtontimes.com/Andy. You'll get 24/7 digital access to the Washington Times at 50% off. Again, go to washingtontimes.com/ANDY. I'm Andy Parks. Have a great day.